Good morning, everybody. Here's my G10 Forex review from a Ichimoku cloud chart perspective. The first currency we're looking at is the Australian US dollar. We have this interesting situation here that we're bouncing off the top end of the cloud here. Now, the thickness of the cloud here does indicate that this support area is quite thin, not a particularly strong support zone, but nevertheless, the levels we're watching out for here is the 75 level, and the bottom end of the cloud here at 75.92. So far, so good. It's rebounding from the cloud, found support there. We could see, if support holds there, we could see it move higher. Okay, what does it look like on the 4-hour chart? Yeah, you can also see that rebounds from the bottom end of the cloud here, struggling with the top end of the cloud here. The figure to watch for is this one here, 76.18. That can be a support area. If support holds here, we should go higher to test the top end of the cloud back here at 76.73. Okay. Right, let's go to the next one. Euro US dollar. Yeah, still locked in a downtrend from a cloud chart perspective. Still a strong downtrend. Bottom end of the cloud is the key resistance area. If we look at the daily chart quickly, you can see old targets for support here is at 107. So that's kind of the next area where we should see a support being tested. But on the 4-hour chart, we can still see a downtrend. We're not far from the 107 area. So the Euro US dollar is still locked in a downtrend. Okay. Gdp US dollar. Let's go to the daily. Daily chart here, still a strong downtrend in place. It's now looking like it's stabilizing here, looking for support. We could see a sideways moving period here. The MACD is starting to give a buy signal from a technical analysis perspective. But we should see the 24.50 and the 22.99. That is now a key resistance area because that comes from the front end of the cloud. You indicate that as a key resistance area. Okay, 4-hour chart. Flatlining here at the top end of the, looking for support at the top end of the cloud. A thin cloud is an indication of, it's not a very good support zone, so we could see it flip back below the cloud here and continue its downtrend to test the bottom end of the cloud from a 4-hour chart perspective here at 120. Okay, so watch out for that downtrend still remain in place. All right. The next one is the New Zealand US dollar. Yeah, we have a situation where we're below the cloud. Cloud became resistance. It had the retest of the cloud here. After breaking through support yet the cloud rebounded and then tried to break back through the cloud. It failed. Cloud resistance remained in place. So this is now a new resistance zone. So the short-term opportunity is if it rebounds from this area, it could rally back up to the 72 zone and then sell off back down. But overall, the front end of the cloud indicates a downtrend is in place. So trend is down for now. Here we can see on the 4-hour chart for this coming week, watch out for the 71.49 area. That's now a key resistance zone. If support comes in at that area, we could see it come right back up to the top end of the cloud here, and even the 72 zone. But so far, support, the resistance is holding, and if it slices through the bottom end of the cloud here, we could see further downside to targets here at 70.80, and then right back down here to 70.31. So watch out next couple of hours to see if it's going to break through or break down from this 4-hour cloud chart resistance zone. So it's looking for support actually in that area. The US Dollar Cad is still now in a nice uptrend, trading above the cloud. Trend is up for now. Front end of the cloud indicates that. We could see a consolidation here, back down to test old highs or old breakouts for support. 4-hour chart. You could see, yeah, consolidating, right for a consolidation here. And if you want to go along there, you could look at the 33 area or that zone as a new entry area, but the front end in the cloud still indicates upside. MACD is giving a sell signal, so we could see the consolidation back down to these old highs, looking for support. or if it's really weak, we could see it back down to 32.69. But overall, the trend is up on a 4-hour chart and on a daily chart. Trend is up nicely. Where can this trend end? For that, we need to just look at the weekly. We can see that front end of the cloud there is 136, 135.80. That's where this current rally can run into trouble in terms of the clouds. So that is a key weekly resistance zone and also a critical area to watch. Okay. US dollar, Swiss franc, we're back at the old highs, old cloud resistance zones, ripe for a consolidation. It could come back to retest the old resistance zones, which is now new support. It could come back to retest these zones, yeah, that area there. So we could see a pullback here. We need a breakout here, significant breakout here, but it looks rather like it's going to pull back. Look at the 4-hour chart, what's the situation there? It's grinding higher. Cloud still indicates an uptrend. A key support zone here is this bottom 99.02, so that we expect a consolidation back to retest this support, this previous resistance zone, to test that for new support. So that's kind of where we're at with the US dollar Swiss franc. So ripe for a pullback, ripe for consolidation back to the top end of the cloud. US dollar Danish krone, fighting old cloud chart resistance zone, ripe for consolidation here. Could expect a move back to retest these old highs for support and then move further from there. But we're fighting very significant long-term resistance zones. Also, you can see ripe for consolidation. Key support areas would be around about, yeah, the bottom end of that cloud. So watch out, it could come right back and form that type pattern and move higher from there. So, but consolidation risk remains, pull back to the cloud, and then that would be the new entry point based on that. US dollar yen, nice uptrend in place. Note these old cloud chart resistance zones. More importantly, where do we get them from? We get them from this these zones on the weekly cloud. So those are significant areas. So far, a rally uptrend in place, prices above the cloud, front end of the cloud indicating more upside. So we can just see the first target here would be 105.23. The next target on the daily would be 107.72. So we need to get through those areas on a step-by-step basis. But so far, so good, as they say, for the US dollar yen. Okay. US dollar Norwegian krona, struggling here with the cloud chart resistance. It's grinding into the cloud. The cloud resistance remain in place for now. It could see a weakness here. If it consolidates or resistance holds, it's going to come right back down. I'm waiting for the front end of the cloud to twist to show an uptrend in place, but so far that's not happening. What's happening in the 4-hour chart? Yeah, it's consolidating. You've got this old resistance area that is struggling to get past. So consolidation risk back down to the top end of the cloud and then a rebound from there. So, but uptrend still in place. MACD wants to give a sell signal here, but consolidation risk back down to the top end of the cloud and then a rebound from there on a 4-hour chart. And last, the US dollar SEK. Yeah, strong uptrend in place, ripe for consolidation. If we look at the weekly, yeah, it's now struggling with all resistance areas, so it's going to be interesting to see if it can maintain its momentum above there. Otherwise, it's going to come back and consolidate on a shorter term basis to test the 886 area for support, and it could pull back from that area. But a bit extended and ripe for a pullback. What is the 4-hour chart telling us? Yeah, so watch out for these levels here at 86. That zone could pull back to test that area for support. So that's kind of the area where I'd be going along again on a daily basis. And that's the analysis for the G10 currencies from a cloud chart perspective. Thank you very much for your time. Hope you enjoyed it.